Everyone. Um, so, it's been an interesting week. Apparently, I think it was yesterday, I want to say, my channel briefly got taken down. And it seemed like, all the people who are saying, Nintendo's going to get you, those Nintendo Switch Sports streams, they're going to do you in. And I was like, I only streamed twice. That's not going to take down my channel. They might take down the um, they might take down the individual videos, but I know how it works. It's supposed to be like if you get 3 strikes, then you have a problem. But apparently something happened and my entire channel got taken down. I still have no idea why. I don't know what led to it. I don't know what caused it. YouTube, as usual, was very vague about this. So I sent them an appeal. I basically said, hey, everything I'm doing is fair use. I'm commenting on these games. I am not representing, I'm not representing my channel as being like a part of Nintendo or a part of Reddit. So yeah, I don't know what that was all about, but apparently they got back to me and they were like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with your channel. Here, we put it all back up. So don't know what that was all about. Anyway, give me a moment. I still have to get this set up on Reddit. And then I will get us started here. Thank you again, as always, for your patience. And I tried something a bit different with my audio setup this time. I'm always hopeful that I will find a solution to the noise issues that I've been having with this capture card. But if you're still hearing like a cracking or a popping noise that's repeating, I apologize. It's something to do with my sound capture card, and I don't know how to make it stop doing that. My sound capture card, by the way, and this is not good press for them. This is not good publicity for them, I'm sure. Saying, oh, my sound capture card keeps causing me problems. Here's my sound capture card. It is an Elgato HD60S USB video capture card. I selected this one specifically because it has a pass-through, so I can still play my games on my TV if I like. And yeah, it's been giving me all kinds of problems with the sound. So let me get this posted up on Reddit. Oops, I did it wrong. Let's try this again. That should work. Okay, so the stream is up on Reddit. As per usual. Hi, Google Gamer! Google Gamer 24 says hi. Thank you for being patient while I set things up here. So I think I got that set up. And now I will get on to introducing the topic matter for today. I left off last week not entirely sure what game I was going to stream. I thought I might go back to Pokemon Legends Arceus, or perhaps I would go back to Monster Hunter Rise, but I decided to do something a little bit different. Coming up next week, March 3rd, if memory serves, will mark the 5th anniversary of the Nintendo Switch. I don't know if you can even believe it. Every time I hear a date that happened in the past, it just makes me feel older. But the Nintendo Switch is very nearly 5 years old now. How insane is that it's been out for 5 years? And of course, over the course of the last 5 years, we've seen a lot of truly great games come to the system, like a staggering amount. Yeah, Stinky Toast, I have trouble believing it myself. It is insane that it is that old. It really doesn't seem like it. Of course, well, yeah, it's almost 5 years. It's a few days away from being 5 years old. It's less than a week away. But I feel like a lot of us, I mean, all of us pretty much have a good idea of some of the big, major, heavy titles that have released on the Switch that have gotten everyone's attention. You know, obviously everyone knows if you're going to get a Switch, you want to get Breath of the Wild. You want to get Mario Kart, probably want to get Super Mario Odyssey. You know, even some of the big games in like Nintendo's less major franchises have still gotten a fair amount of attention. Like, it would not really be a big out of nowhere thing for me to tell you, you guys definitely need to play Astral Chain. Astral Chain is amazing. And I absolutely believe that Astral Chain is fantastic, but it's not anything that you guys aren't familiar with. Stinky Toast asks if I'm going to pick up the new Kirby game. That is going to be up to the vote of the Patreon patrons, but I believe, at least last time I checked, the Patreon vote was in favor of Kirby last time I looked. Hold on, let me double check it real quick. Yep, Kirby is still the most upvoted game, so looks like that is going to be coming up it's coming up next month, and that's probably going to be reviewed as soon as I can get my hands on it and play it. Anyway, so there are a lot of big name games that everybody knows about. Then there are indie games that everybody knows about. Nobody's going to be shocked when I say, hey, Hollow Knight is pretty good. Golf Story is pretty good. If you've been paying attention at all, those names have popped up. There are a bunch of other games that are fairly well known, even if they're indie titles. Today, I really wanted to focus on some games that are truly fantastic that I have not heard anyone talking about, and I feel like they deserve a lot more attention here. And just to give you a preview here, these are the games I'm going to look at here. You'll notice a lot of these I'm downloading updates, or I'm downloading the full game because I've already archived it. That's the thing. When you own over 2,000 games, you really need to archive games you're not actively playing because you will not have room. Even if you have a massive micro SD card, which I do. I have the biggest size available. I can't remember if it's 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte, but even having a massive micro SD card like that, I still need to archive most of my games. So hopefully, as I'm playing some games, other games will download. I would have had this running earlier in the day, but I've just been so busy with things that I haven't had the time for it. So we'll play it by ear and we'll see. But I'll start with some of the games over here. And actually, what I think I want to start with today is a game that I mentioned in the last stream being really good. We were talking about Nintendo Switch sports games and things that could potentially bring to Nintendo Switch Sports if they brought expansion content. And one of the things that immediately popped into my mind was, oh, you know what would be really cool would be pool. Anthony's excited for Nintendo Switch Sports, and so is Stinky Toast. Yeah, me too. But unfortunately, I can't play their playtest today. They're not doing another one of those. However, regardless of whether or not Nintendo actually adds on more sports games onto Nintendo Switch Sports, like we were kind of speculating might happen in the future. You know, they've already announced that golf will be coming at a later date, but we don't know if anything else will come. I kind of mentioned that there's another pool game on Nintendo Switch that is truly excellent, and that is this game here, Pure Pool. I couldn't play it last week because I had it archived on my system and couldn't access it, so we are going to start with Pure Pool today because you guys weren't able to see it last week. So it has an initial loading time, but after things load up, it actually very smoothly goes from one game to the menu to the next game to whatever. For a Nintendo Switch game, I feel like the graphics here are pretty good. The sound is really nice and atmospheric, I feel. Good lighting, too. So one of the things it does just to teach you or to get you right into things is it just starts you off immediately playing pool. And you can go into the menus and actually start up an actual official game against an opponent. But if you just want to go in and shoot some balls, it'll let you do that right off the bat. So let you know, right now I'm using a Pro controller, but this game does have pretty good motion controls too. If I recall, I believe it also has touchscreen controls. So I'm going to try and not suck at this. I'm not an expert pool player by any means. Did I get any in? No, because I'm terrible. That's okay. But like some really nice atmosphere. You see some little subtle movements in the background. There we go. Okay. And just the simulation elements here, the graphics, the sound, I feel like are exceptionally good. I bet I did not hit that hard enough. Oh, I'm so terrible. There we go. Let's get out of this and go into an actual game, though. There are multiple different games. One of the cool things about Pure Pool is that if you cannot find a player to play against online, it will actually record your style of playing and present that as a simulation of you playing online against other people later. So it'll actually let me play against simulations of other players. Do I want... Is there an overhead view? Oh, it's been too long since I played. Hold on, let me see here. Stand. So it's actually trying to simulate the sport, so you're basically like standing by the table. I'm not sure if there's an actual overhead view. Let's see. And I think that's one of the few flaws with this game, but honestly, I'm not really missing that too much. I feel like you still get a pretty good view of the table as a whole here. Let's get into something here. How much is this game? Stinky Toast is asking. That is a good question. I really should have this stuff on hand. I have to actually look it up online. Hold on a second. And the funny thing is I can't look it up on Nintendo's website because I've already bought them all. Oh, it looks like it's on sale at the moment, actually. You can get it on sale currently on Amazon. It's normally $15, which is pretty low for what's on offer here, I feel like. But on Amazon, it's currently on sale. You can get the digital version for a little under $12. Target has the physical version for $12. All right. Let's see here. Quick game. And now I can choose the type of game I want here. It has multiple different game variants here. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if it goes on sale for lower. But, I mean, even the normal $15 price is not bad for this level of simulation. Like, I would expect to see a garbage pool game sold for something like $10. So something like this for $15 does not seem bad at all. I can choose my challenge level, of course. Let's go amateur because I'm terrible. So it's going to search for an opponent. It may very well find nothing. There might just be no one wanting to play snooker right now, which is fine because then, like I said, what it does is it simulates some other random player that's presumably relatively close to my skill level. At least that's my recollection. It has been a while since I've played this, I will freely admit. Stinky Toast says, I might get this because I do like pool games and it looks surprisingly well made considering the price. I agree, although this is taking a little while finding an opponent. That's a bit frustrating. I imagine it wants to make sure that it's exhausted the potential for online matches before it goes into simulating a match. That's one of the unfortunate things when you're talking about any online game on Nintendo Switch. Here we go. There's currently nobody waiting for a game. Do you want to play against online DNA instead? Yes, let's play against some DNA. So now it's going to move me over into the room with the snooker table. Like I said, all pretty seamless. Like, it's just bringing me right into the match here. I cannot remember how to play snooker. I'm sure I'll pick it up sooner or later. Oh, it's telling me right in the lower left corner. Right now, I want to sink a red ball. And I have to stay within this semicircle. Okay. So, let's place the ball here. And let's ram it. Hopefully I'll get something. Oh, nope. I don't want to stay in this too long, but just to give you an idea for the DNA thing. So this is giving me the general idea of the play style of this Seif81, who his DNA is apparently better at this than mine is. Okay, that's right. In snooker, it needs to alternate between the red balls and then the various colors, if memory serves. And I'm still on red balls because I'm doing very poorly. Let's see. See, I could stand up and look, but I don't think that's going to help me. No, that's not where I want to go. Ooh. Fine aim is that. Okay, yes, I can hold down a button to make very slight adjustments. Let's try here. Oh, no. So Kukai is asking, how do you shoot? You shoot, there's multiple ways depending on what type of controls you're using. If you're using a traditional gamepad setup, you're shooting using the right stick. You pull back on, well, right now it's the computer player. Oh, no worries, Kukai. Kukai says, forgive me, I'm watching on low resolution. No worries at all. So right now I'm waiting for the DNA player here to mess up, which they're not going to do because they don't suck like I do. Although this seems like a weird... Oh, maybe they're getting the black one to go in. Yep, they got the black one to go in. So anyway, when you're using traditional controls, you use the right analog stick to pull back on and push forward the cue. When you are using motion controls, you'd control it like an actual cue. You know, you'd move it forward and backward like that. Come on, mess up. I want to get in one more shot before I move on to something else. Between setup and playing this game, I've been playing for... Hey, all right, he messed up. Good. Now, please tell me I can sink one shot before finishing this. Oh, this does not look good. Let's see. Stand. Yeah, it's not going to show me the projection while I'm standing, unfortunately. That would have really helped. What is my favorite Switch game, in my opinion, Stinky Toast asks. Well, I'm going to be extremely unoriginal, I'm afraid, because my favorite Nintendo Switch game is probably Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's not the game I put the most time into, but it's probably my favorite. I'm going to try this shot, and it's probably going to be terrible, but we'll see. Nope. Alright, I think I've played enough of this game to give you guys a good feel for how terrible I am at pool, but I still think it's an incredibly good game. So, I think that's enough of that for now. I really just want to give you guys a taste of some of these really good games that I think don't get enough attention. And that was one that I mentioned specifically by name last week. Okay. Let's go to... What do I want to do here? Hopefully a game that I don't suck at as much. Oh, it's been ages since I played it, but let's try Batu Tabatu. Again, a game I've never heard anyone mention, and probably because of the name, it's a very strange title for a game. And it has a design that's very simple. It actually seems a bit reminiscent of a mobile game, but for what it is, I feel like it's very fun. Hold on, let me check the price here. Right now, this game is currently on sale for $2. Normally, it is $5. So super inexpensive game. There's a multiplayer mode here, but I'm not going to mess with the multiplayer today because I'm by my lonesome at the moment. Kukai says, I like it that Pure Pool doesn't hold the player's hand as much as Clubhouse Games does. You know, I really like Clubhouse Games, and I think given that it has 51 different classic games in it, it's pretty good for each of those individual games, but you wouldn't expect a huge in-depth simulation of any one of those games given how many there are. So Batu Tabatu, let me adjust my thing here, is a puzzle style game. And one of the things that's really cool about it is that there are tons of different game modes here. All of these play pretty differently. And here's where I try to remember how to play. Ah, that's right. You're sliding blocks into each other and... Did I already mess up? I think I might have already messed up. What? Okay, clearly I have completely forgotten how to play this. Okay, hold on. Let me restart this, because... I remember it's about sliding the blocks into one another. Okay, why did that... Oh, it moved down because that was the button I pressed. Okay, it's been ages since I played this, I forget. So I'm trying to move the blocks into the same color, and when they move together, they join together. And right now it's pretty straightforward and easy. But when they join together, you cannot move a bigger block, or you cannot move a smaller block into a bigger block. So you have to move the bigger block. So if I want to get that gray down there, I actually have to move the bigger green block. And right now I'm on endless, which means there's a timer, so I'm trying to move as quickly as possible. How do I change this up? It's been too long since I played this. And now I feel like I'm doing a very poor job demonstrating this game. Okay. I feel like there must be a way to switch it on top, but I don't remember how to do that. No, apparently I did it. So in a way, the controls are a little bit like Choo Choo Rocket in that I'm using the X, A, B, and Y buttons to move things in the direction that I want them to go. I'm doing a terrible job demonstrating this game. I need, like, to revisit the tutorial. But that's the thing is, with this game, the different modes all play differently. So if I'm messing up in one, I can try another. Okay, so I'm trying in this one. This is a puzzle, and I'm trying to make it so that they combine into a certain number. So this is 4 by 3, so I need to... I'm starting to regret choosing this one because I feel like I'm not giving a very good demonstration of its gameplay. Sorry about that. Oh. And the more that I do this, the more it limits my options, so I gotta be careful. There we go. Let's go back into a different game mode. Remove a color. So... I'm trying to completely rid myself of one color, I guess? I gotta stop because I just do not remember how to play this, and I feel like I'm doing a terrible job. Yeah, I'm sorry, Kukai. It's been a while since I played this, and I remember it being very good, and I just cannot remember how to play it. I'm gonna need to look it up online, and then maybe I'll come back to this in a later session and explain it better. I'm so sorry about that. I am being bad streamer right now. Let me go into Greece. Greece I've seen a few people talk about, but not many, which astounds me because this is, I feel, a jaw-droppingly beautiful game. Now, the gameplay in this is super simple. It's not going to be challenging. It's not really about the gameplay so much, which I know must sound like sacrilege. This is about the experience, about the audio-visual experience in the presentation. Yeah, I agree, Kukai. Playing a lot of games does make it easy to forget how to play some games you played before. Oh. So, no, I don't want to continue. I want a new game. Yeah, start a new game. I already completed the game once, so I don't need to worry about continuing. I love the soundtrack in this game. I feel like I almost don't want to talk over the intro. I'm definitely going to have to make it a point to come back to Batu Tabatu at a later time when I've actually reminded myself how to actually play it. I'm so sorry about that, guys. Sorry if being quiet here is a bit out of how I usually do this, but it almost seems wrong to be interrupting the beautiful imagery and music here. If memory serves, this game came out in December, the year it came out, and it's so easy for games to get overlooked in December because by that point everyone's already focused on the big November and October releases. I really love this hand-drawn art style. Kind of unique design for the protagonist character too. You know, kind of the really elaborate looking face and hair and all of that, and then the stick figure legs. It's very unique, I feel. Ah, Kukai commented on that, says the human face with stick figure limbs is eerie. Yeah, but I feel like it's supposed to be kind of, how can I put this? Like showing that we're not looking at a literal, what we're seeing is figurative. It's like a stand-in for a feeling or emotion or something. So right now, just kind of normal platformer stuff. This game is a fairly simple puzzle platformer in terms of gameplay. Like I said, it's not really about the gameplay. It's about just the audio-visual presentation and the emotion being conveyed. So if you're looking for a challenge, this is not the game for you. I compare it to the likes of games like Journey and, funny enough, Sky Children of the Light, which is one of the other games I was going to demonstrate here. So, the game's title, Greece, is gray in, I want to say it's Latin, but it might just be Spanish. I don't know. All the Latin-based languages have a lot of similarities. And the overall plot of the game is you're trying to restore color to the world. And in a sense, you're kind of restoring color to the protagonist's soul or her emotional state. Or it's not very clear, but that's intentional, just what is going on here. It's, like I said, evoking a feeling, not a narrative. Bet I'm supposed to go up here. Been a while since I played this one, but I don't have to worry about forgetting how to play this one. It's so simple that it's not the kind of game you could forget how to play. Am I going up here? Yeah, it looks like I'm going up here. Oh, I'm missing one. Oh. I see one up there. Don't know how I'm supposed to get to it, though. Ah, I bet I go above it. Like, just the art style and animation. Oops. Well, that was dumb. The art style and animation here, I think, is just gorgeous. Here, I thought I was hopping on top of that thing, but oops. Maybe another one will come along. Oh, or I can walk on that. Gee, maybe I shouldn't have been so impatient. Like I said, the puzzles in this game are not generally all that puzzling. This is not a game that you want to play for difficulty. This is just for the experience. And now I'm repeating myself, so sorry about that. I feel like I'll go until I get to a good stopping point when I feel like you've gotten a good feel for this. Because I wanted to cover quite a few games tonight. Like I said, I'm trying to show off some games that I feel like really could do with getting more attention. I just love the art style in this game. So I've succeeded in bringing red back to the world. And I think I'm probably not going to continue playing for too much more. I feel like I've got a lot I want to get through, and you know what? I'll just end it there, actually. Kind of reminds me of Piku Niku, the gameplay, Kukai says. Piku Niku I like as well, but I feel like this is actually even more simple than Piku Niku is. It's good, but like I said, in Piku Niku I actually feel like the focus is on the gameplay, and I don't feel like that's the case for Greece. Let's go to something where the focus is the gameplay, though. You know what? Dandy Dungeon. We did something that's super self-serious and all of that. Let's do something that's ridiculous and silly now. Oh, Dandy Dungeon is such a joy. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps right now, even just remembering it. It's so silly and... Oh, I'm tearing up. Oh, that's the thing with games you love. They really strike an emotional chord, even if they're dumb, silly things. Because, oh, hit that nostalgia button.
Fa 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 fa.
I wonder if it's going to make me play from my save or... no, I don't want to. You know what? Hold on. Let me play on a different account so that I can start from the beginning, because I feel like that's the best way to get introduced to the story and premise of the game. Sorry about that. Maybe I should do that in the future with the story-based games here. I am clearly an inexperienced streamer, so bear with me. Oh, Wonderling downloaded. That's another good one.
Fa 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 fa.
Continue. Did I have a save on this one too? Oh man. Okay, fine. I guess I'm just gonna have to start from the middle. So the premise here is you are kind of sort of playing as Yamada, this guy who's always in his boxers, and he is in the process of programming he's programming a video game that is based on his life, where, you know, the girl of his dreams, the next door neighbor, he's kind of made into the heroine that his character rescues, and the evil villain is his boss at work. Yeah, sure, because that's how it works. So he believes that if he designs the best game ever, that somehow it will mean that the girl of his dreams falls in love with him. Let's see how that works out for him. So the thing is the gameplay in this game, we are acting as the debugger for the game that he is creating. And every time, let's see, what can we equip? I'm not going to mess with that right now. Nope, he has a visitor. Who shall it be? Oh, cheese it, it's the feds! And there's his boss. I like the silly voices here, too. You tick in society's hair. Yes! Yes! Oh, that's another thing with this game. He sings along with the theme music. It's so great. Well, okay, I'm fired. Back to work. Yes, this is not a donut. Not a hamburger. Well, that's good to know. Japan's soul food. Okay. Kukai says, I'm sick. The boss really brought a whole team to fire one person. Yes, he did, because they are just, all the characters in this game are extra like that. All right, let's actually get into the gameplay. Okay, so he's created the Chairman's Tower. And you actually collect things that you can bring back into the game here, but the whole premise is it's kind of a little bit like a roguelike in that every run you're starting more or less from scratch aside from the equipment you have on you. And notice who the boss that he programmed into the game here is, the one who's keeping the hostage here. Let's go forth. So the idea is, as you go through each of the floors in this game, your character will automatically collect anything they need to collect, and they will automatically fight any monsters that they run into. You can help them out by handing them items and stuff, but otherwise, it's all pretty much automatic. What you're mainly doing is you're deciding what route they are going to take. You want to try and get them so that they go on every single tile in the floor if possible, and you also want them to try and avoid getting like sucker punched by monsters by passing by them without fighting them. So the moment that I start deciding his path, a timer will start ticking down. So it's usually best to decide on which way you want to go before you start it, because then you need to hurry up. So, oh, nope, I want to go this way. And that way I'll hit everything. So now he's going to automatically fight, and I can fast forward it. Just press and hold the X button and it'll just go super fast. And I'm keeping an eye on his health, because if he gets too low, I'm going to want to use this potion here. And if memory serves, the potions automatically refill, but it takes time. Ooh, and so I want to use the potion because he's pretty low. Oh, but he leveled up, so maybe... Oh, I didn't need to use the potion because he leveled up. Okay, that's good. Oh, Kukai says, got to go. Good luck with the stream. Thanks, Kukai. Thank you for stopping by. So, once again... no, let's do this. That's not what I wanted to do, but that'll have to work. So anyone who's in the stream right now who has any questions, feel free to ask any questions if you want. I will try to answer them as best I can. Currently the game I'm playing here is Dandy Dungeon, The Legend of Brave Yamada, or I think it's something like that. And I think I'll complete this dungeon and one more, and then I'll go on to the next game. Like I said, I'm trying to kind of go through a bunch of them here. some healing medicine. So it's kind of almost more of a puzzle game than an RPG because you're trying to figure out the best way to go through rather than doing traditional RPG style gameplay. And I'm just going to speed through my way through here. That was fast. Okay, I think that's enough for this one. I'm already 45 minutes into this and I have so many other games I want to try and get to. So, let's go to one of the games from last year, 2021, that I thought was really fantastic. This is Unsighted. Let's start it from the eShopperReviews account. That way we get a fresh playthrough. And this game, it kind of combines elements of like Zelda and Hollow Knight and Mega Man, and it does it all in a really unique way with its own unique mechanics. This is one of my favorite games of last year. And again, I feel like nobody's talking about it. Humble Games again. They put out a lot of good stuff. They actually have a pretty good track record, in my opinion. Them and Devolver Digital both do really good with publishing indie games, I feel. Yeah, I agree. More save slots. Okay, that's cool. All sorts of updates. Oops. This game does have co-op. See, I like playing games with the recommended experience, but actually, having played this one before, I kind of like the more relaxed pace that Explorer has. Forgiving combat, yeah, the combat timing here is really particular. Don't want invincibility. I do want some challenge. Increased stamina. No, this is fine. Press R to heal yourself. Let's see here. I thought there was a run button. I just couldn't remember which one it was. Oh, that's right. I need to... get myself a sword. Got to watch your stamina here, because if you use it too quickly, you will be tired. Fancy that. Let's see. Yep, that's my... So this game is very... like, it heavily pushes using the counter mechanic. If memory serves, before I go here, I need to get something. But let me check it out anyway. Password, right. So right now, it just probably seems like more of a top-down action RPG, kind of straightforward kind of game. But one of the cool things about it is once you get past this introductory area, where the heck am I going? It opens into kind of a, like I said, a cross between a Zelda-style, like, open exploration game and a Metroidvania. Ah, she's having herself a memory now. She remembers being a test tube baby. How unsanitary. And... $19.95. And now I gotta hightail it out of here because that's gonna happen. He don't look friendly at all. Oh, that's not where I want to go. Ooh. Gotta watch my stamina too. Is this where I want to go? Okay, good. That's where I want to go. Because, man. I like the art style in this one. Kind of a... It's kind of anime, but not quite. Like, it's a little different. Kind of like maybe a Tezuka style anime. You know, like Astro Boy, that kind of thing. All's the memories. So one of the cool things about this game is that the NPCs, all of the NPCs that you meet, kind of have a deadline, a clock that's constantly ticking down, but you can give them items that you come across to extend their life force. And in doing so, you win them over to you get bonuses and stuff from them. Now, if you don't like those kinds of time limits, you have the option to just turn them off. But it's kind of an interesting and unique mechanic that this game does. And you also have your own time limit. So you have this risk-reward thing where you're having to decide whether to use that for yourself or use that for NPCs that you're helping. Not Don Knotts' stream says, this is really cool. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, this is one of my favorite games of 2021. And now we're kind of getting a bit more of a feel for how this is a bit more like a Zelda-style game or like a Metroidvania. But like I said, there's nothing really quite exactly like this. It's got its own unique style and vibe to it. There's also some platforming here. I'd actually say that the platforming is one of the weaker parts of the game, but it's not terrible. It's just not as good as a lot of the other stuff here. Where am I going? I'm going up. Oh, that's not actually a path up. I need to go up this way. Not Don Knotts' stream says if you want a hot recommendation, I got one. You know what? Not Don Knotts' streams, I'm curious. What do you have to recommend here? Oh, this is one of the other customizable things in the game. You get chips. This is kind of like Hollow Knight, where you get to decide how you want to upgrade your character. And you have a limited amount of slots to put stuff. Equip chips. See, so like I could equip the strength chip and the health chip. I actually have enough for both, so I'm just going to do both. Is that going to... Okay, it did stay. Good, good, good. And you can... About an Elf. Oh, man. I saw that game when it was announced, and it just looks so weird. I think I'm going to have to play that at some point just because it looks so bizarre. And I hear it's a love it or hate it kind of thing. Like, either you will think it's so unique and interesting that you'll love it, or you'll think it is just so weird and hard to get a grasp on that you'll hate it with a passion. Like, the reviews that I've seen so far are like absolutely love it or despise it with a burning passion and nothing in between. So that's definitely a game I'll have to have a look at. Okay. Let me get to a boss if I can. Oop. Wasn't there another one of those guys that went down here? Yeah, I hear it's very much an acquired taste. I have not played it yet myself, but that's what I've heard. You know what? I don't think I'm going to wait to get to a boss. I think I'm going to call it here for this game. Let's go on to something else, because I still got a lot to go through. Let's do something a bit different. Let's go with Sky Children of the Light. This game is free to play. Oh, I need to use an online account. Fine, I'll use just my regular account. This game is free to play. As long as you have a Nintendo Switch Online account, I believe you can play it. Although, that's funny, I didn't think you needed Nintendo Switch Online to play free games online, but whatevs. This is by that game company, the company that made Journey and Flower and Flow. And you can see that this game very much is reminiscent of Journey. It overcomplicates things a bit more than I'd like. I still prefer Journey. Yeah, that game company. But I think like so much of it is still a beautiful, beautiful game. And this is another one of those, it's kind of an audio-visual experience kind of things. Yeah, this started out as a mobile game, actually. But it doesn't look it. Like, this is... The year this came out, I felt like this had some of the best graphics on Nintendo Switch that year, which was kind of surprising for me. Oh, well, fine. I need to complete my adventure. Let's move on then. Where am I going? This is the problem with picking up a game after I haven't played it for ages, is I have no clue where I'm going. Fine, I'll collect all the candle stuff. Oh, well, there's a light. That's probably a good sign. Yep, resume my journey. So, as I mentioned before, this game is absolutely free to play. It does have a little monetization. You can change, like, just visual aesthetic things. It doesn't look like there's much that's gameplay dependent that requires monetization. So, this is one of those games I can feel like I can freely recommend to anyone. Like, there's not really much reason not to get this game. It's that good. Except for right now, I cannot remember what I'm supposed to be doing. Ah, controls got wonky for a moment there. Go back home? No, I don't want to go back home. I want to continue on with my journey. I bet I'm supposed to go over to the right. So like I said, this is very reminiscent of Journey. Let's see, am I just supposed to jump off? Yep. One of the things that this game does that's really cool, and I'm hoping we'll get to see it here, is it has some really beautiful clouds in this game. Like, there are two games that I think of when I think of beautiful clouds in a video game, and that is Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Sky Children of the Light. I do not believe I've been to this location before. So I guess you're experiencing it with me for the first time. Oop. Golden Wasteland. So the goal structure in this game is not made exactly perfectly clear. In short, you're pretty much just trying to get from the beginning to the end, but at the same time, you're also trying to restore stuff to some characters that you'll meet along the way. And you see right now, just sliding down the sand, that seems very reminiscent of Journey. This is probably the game that I would say is the closest to Journey on the eShop. Although there are a few others, like Abzu is pretty close too. Oh, nope. Winged light lets you fly higher. No, that's nifty. Gee, just when I needed it too. Fancy that. And I think people can leave messages to others, but someone left that in a language I don't know, so that's not going to help me at all. Oop. What's this? Put my light on the thing. Okay. Whatever the heck that did. This is one of the characters I think you need to help along the way. Oh, follow the spirit to relive its memories. Like I said, I wish it was a bit more clear just what you're doing in this game, but I feel like, again, this is one where it's about the experience, not about the gameplay so much. And apparently I'm doing something with these plants. Oh. Dude jumped me. Okay, and now I continue following the path. No, I don't want to plant a message. Oh, did someone get trapped under some rubble? Well, that's no good. Okay, so apparently by following the spirit around, I get a thanks for doing that. Oh, and as happens in Journey, you will encounter other players experiencing the same journey. I just want to move on at this point, though. Okay, fine. Let's burn the plants. Burn the heretic! Burn them! It's a pity that it plops me down into a level that's not especially interesting to look at. I really wish I could have played one of those cloud levels, because they really are beautiful. Yeah, that's also reminiscent of Journey. The big creatures you have to, like, watch out for and maybe avoid. Oh, someone doesn't like me. Yeah, that's fine. I'm over here now. Oh, do we get a nice downhill section? Cool. I remember those being super fun in Journey. Just skating down the sand. Except this area is all dark and gloomy. Oh no, so scary. Super scary. Oh, that's right. Ah, the critter found me. Oof. Well, there, I hid behind a rock. Alright, I have sufficiently gotten myself lost. I think I'm going to move on to a different game. I don't feel like that was the best demonstration. I really wish I could have played one of the earlier levels, but it needed me to be on an online profile, and then it wouldn't let me restart the game. So I'd have to delete my save, which maybe I should do. Clearly, I've not thought this through as well as I'd like to, so sorry if I'm not giving the best example of these games. Let's try... Let's try Wunderling. This is a game that really surprised me because this is in a genre that I normally despise. I think that games in this genre are usually super lazy and substitute the eccentricities of the genre for decent game design. This game does not do this. This game has really good game design. It also has a really cute premise. Hey there, I'm Carrot Man, and I am gonna jump on you. That's right. Boom. So far it's just standard platformer. Heck yeah! I needed this. Give me some of that Sweet World 1 music. That's what I'm talking about. Let's do this. So far this doesn't seem like anything special, but suffice it to say we haven't even seen the actual game yet. This is just the intro. Trust me, there's a lot more to it than this. Because I'm not even playing the game yet. It's just the introduction stuff. Never fear, Princess P. It is I, Carrot Man, protector of the vegetable kingdom. No matter how many times that evil witch kidnaps you, I'll be there to save you. And no freakish little mutants will stand in my way. And by the way, once you're rescued, there's no pressure to date or anything, okay? I mean, it's 2020, right? Who knows what I could be into? It's up to you! 3, 2, 1, and... Kohlrabi news. Oh no! My scepter! You'll pay for this, Carrot Man! Great. Let's try a less angry vibe this time. And... ahem. The people of my vegetable kingdom should feel safe without vigilantes like Carrot Man running around stomping on people. What should I say next, Dash? I'm tired of people saying I'm just some off-brand version of that boring old Turtle King. I mean, come on! He's like 35 years old. Honestly, people just love someone they can connect to. Somebody cute and lovable who can speak for the people. Like the Minions. Or a cow. You know, just saying. Blusha blusha. That's it! Start rolling. And go. People of the vegetable kingdom, ever since I reluctantly assumed leadership of this land, this Carrot Man has terrorized your roadways and neighborhoods in some kind of deluded pursuit of the lovely Princess P, who I so kindly took into my care when her original parents perished in that unfortunate poison drinking accident. But no more! This ends here and now, as I, the beautiful sorceress Kohlrabi, should bestow upon one of you this brave and once fallen soldier of mine, who gave their very life defending my portal-making scepter, the ability to jump, and the mission to finally destroy Carrot Man once and for all. No more waiting for him to come to you, little guy. Go! Go! Go and save the kingdom! Whee! How was that? Not bad. But maybe we should take it from the beginning again just for safeties. So this is the main game. Because this is an auto runner type game. I am not controlling the movement of my character here. I am only controlling the jump at the moment. Oh, the entire reason that I'm playing this is because it's very good. Drunk Cod asks if this game is good. This is Wunderling with a W, Wunderling. And it is an auto runner, but as you progress through the game and get used to how to play it, it takes on some puzzle platformer elements. So you have to actually be clever about how you're playing the game here. Oh. So, see, I can't touch the bubbles because they'll send me back. And so far it's fairly simple, but it's just giving players a taste of how the mechanics work before... Not Don Not Stream says, so like Super Meat Boy Forever, but without the expectations, lol. Yes and no. Yes, in terms of its mechanics, it is, it automatically has you going forward and you're just jumping. But where Super Meat Boy Forever was really concerned with making sure that the player was, like, super good at their timing and everything, with this game, it's more about figuring out the way that you go through each level, and there's some where they're really cleverly designed. Drunk Cod asks, should I get Mario Odyssey or Luigi's Mansion 3? Those are both good games. I don't think you could go wrong either way. But for my money, I'd say Mario Odyssey is the best. Like, it's one of the best games on the Nintendo Switch. Now here's the thing, you notice that chest back there? There would have been a way to get that chest if I had been clever about how I go through the level. Let me try restarting it and playing the level a different way to see if I can get that chest. Because there's some way to do it, I just need to figure it out. And you do gain additional abilities later on, but I believe that every level is beatable if you just figure out the right way to do it. Oop. Ooh, that could have almost been bad. So, I tried running into the portal. What if I try and jump over it? No. Okay, well, I'm not going to spend my time trying to figure it out here, but there is some sort of secret or something to find in the level that would have enabled me to get it. Oop. Okay. At least I'm not playing a game I outright suck at like I was doing before. Drunk Cod says, true, I want a new 2D Mario game, and no, not new Super Mario Brothers. I want a 2D Mario with completely new enemies, places, and bosses. Well... I mean, if you go a bit outside of your comfort zone, you could try, like, Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair is a good 2D platformer. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, if you have not played it yet, is one of the best 2D platformers ever made, in my opinion. The level design in that game is crazy good. Like, super inventive, and it logically flows really well from one level to the next. There's this entire world where it's all about harvesting berries, turning those berries into jelly, and you get to see the entire process from start to finish in each level that's subsequent to the next. Drunk Cod says maybe this year or next year we might get something. I don't know, this year's looking pretty stacked. I feel like as far as a new Mario game, we might have to wait until next year or the year after. Oh, you have it on the Wii U. Yeah. I would say in that case, you might want to give a look at Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair. It's not quite as good as Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, but it is good in its own right, and it's well worth a look. It's also a great deal cheaper. I love useless junk, but clothes? Like, seriously, who wears clothes? Okay, so little pinball things here are one-way doors. Okay, so I want to... Oh, that was bad. Oh, that's right. And you can't take up too much time in the level because the longer you go without collecting one of these doohickeys, Okay, now I'll restart the level and show you the other way you can do that level. Because I didn't even notice it the first time, but if I go this way, I can come at this from a different angle, and this gets me an alternate path. And the levels in this game are full of these kind of clever little hidden things like this. And that gets me a little bonus item. Like, the level design in this game is just really well thought out. And it's kind of simple to start right now, but later on you get bonus, like, power-ups and stuff that make you go super fast and do different stuff. Really super creative. I think I'll do... Yeah, this is a pretty chill game, I will agree. Oh, little hidden pathway there. I think I'll finish this level and I'll move on to the next game. I'm trying to go through as many games as I can here so that people get a feel for a bunch of different stuff. But here it's introducing that there are hidden pathways and stuff. Hey, great detective work. I wasn't sure anybody would find me here. You shall not pass! Sorry. Looks like you need 2 more Walkabout Weed's chests before I can let you pass. What? Man. Need to come back. Man. Okay, that's enough for this one, I think. Really good. Yeah, I definitely see the similarities to Super Meat Boy Forever, but like I said, that one is all about really super challenging platforming, and Wonderling is more about trying to figure out the design of the level and decide the best way to go about moving through the level to get everything. Let's do something a bit faster paced now. Let's do, actually, X-Morph Defense. Let's do that. Oops. Yeah, let's just use that profile. Now, X-Morph Defense, this is not a Switch exclusive. A lot of these games aren't. And I will say, if you can get X-Morph Defense on a different platform, the other platforms have more multiplayer features, so those might be preferable. But if your primary gaming platform is a Switch and you don't mind a single-player experience, the single-player in this game is really good. Also, be aware that there is an expanded version of this game that you can get, and it's not much more expensive than the base version. So I recommend if you're going to get this game, make sure to get the expanded version. I can't recall what they call it. Drunk Cod says, there have been some leaks that new 2D Mario is in development. I don't know. There were leaks last year that there was some new Donkey Kong game in development, and we didn't hear anything about that. So I take with a grain of salt any leaks that come about. Let's go through the story campaign here. Normal is fine. All right, it's going to load up. So the cool thing about this game is this is a cross between a tower defense game and a two-stick shooter. And it actually does both of those elements really well and unique. You're kind of seeing in the loading screen here, it's showing how what you're doing in the tower defense is you're shown the enemy paths, and you can use these gates to block off enemy paths so they have to take longer ways around, and you can actually redirect the ways that the enemies go. Drunk Cod says, very random, but thoughts on Elden Rings. It's been fun for me, being my very first Souls game. I haven't played it yet, but I've heard that it is spectacularly good. Like, already Game of the Year contender. I've heard it's amazing. I also hear that it's fairly easy for a Souls game. It's not an easy game, but I hear compared to a lot of Souls games that Elden Ring is supposed to be easier to get into. So I hear it's a really good Souls-like game to start with if you want to start with a Souls-like game. So in this game, you're playing from the perspective of the aliens invading Earth for their resources. That's right, let's harvest those yummy minerals.
Starting planetfall. Harvester entering the atmosphere. Prepare for landing on the planet's surface.
Yeah, because who cares about those little homes? We're here for the precious resources.
Hit the ground south of the city. Eyewitnesses claim that it was some kind of spacecraft. Police and emergency services are en route to the impact site. This might be our first contact with an extraterrestrial civilization.
Might be.
Our core has been surrounded by local life forms, initiating the X-Morph fighter to scout the area.
Okay, weapon, shoot, change weapons, ghost mode, confirm, cancel, yeah, that's fine.
This thing is flying too close.
The aliens are shooting at us! Call the army!
Initiating the first phase of the operation. Our goal is to build an energy harvesting infrastructure and to create a geodetic network encompassing the entire planet.
Wahaha.
The aliens are firing on civilians. We're sending rapid response units to stop them.
Alpha Squadron ready for action. Let's shoot some aliens.
Yeah, let's shoot some aliens. Okay. What? I thought you wanted to shoot some aliens.
Attacking the alien.
Oh. Okay. So far it's a fairly straightforward two-stick shooter, right? But here's the fun thing, is it doesn't even matter if I get killed here, because this is beside the actual point. The point here is protecting the core, and the core will produce a new fighter whenever this one gets destroyed. It just takes a moment. Oh no, some jets, whatever will I do? Destroy them! Oh, okay, I guess I'll destroy them. What's this? I'm behind you? You can't shoot backwards? Well, that's just a shame.
Jet fighters, ETA 3 seconds.
So if you have any questions about this game or any other questions, feel free to ask them in the chat.
We are sending ground recon units before the main attack.
These vehicles are a threat to our harvester core. Destroy them before they can reach it.
So right now it's kind of acting as a tutorial. It's just teaching you the basics of how to fly the machine, which is only really half of the game. And granted, it's an important half of the game, but...
attacking aliens.
Humvee team engaging hostile.
He's under attack.
Yeah, I'm working on it, dude.
The invaders destroyed all of our reconnaissance forces with ease. We have to stop them before they destroy the whole city. Prepare a joint air and ground strike force.
defense forces are stronger than we anticipated. Their attack paths have been calculated. We have placed a defensive tower to help you. Defend the core at all cost.
So, it's showing me the paths that these things are going to take now. And it's giving me the opportunity... Oh, it's just going to have me start the new
Light
wave.
mobile squad reporting.
So I have a defense tower here. It's in their path. And there are no other paths to that. So I just need to beat them out to make it easier for my defense tower.
Air units are being shut down.
Light ground recon team moving towards alien base. Over.
Air support attacking aliens.
Showing me the paths again. Hopefully now it lets me start laying down fences, because that's where the gameplay really starts here.
We have to build more defense towers. To build a defense tower, switch your ship. Initiate build mode. Confirm the build instruction. Warning, we are anticipating a stronger enemy attack wave. You can build additional defense towers.
Alright.
Building towers uses resources from the core. Each tower uses one resource unit. You gain more resources by destroying waves of enemy units.
So here it's getting into more of the tower defense elements of the game. And... do there. And do I have one more? No, I think that'll do it, probably. Maybe... Nope, that's gonna do it.
We're sending more units in the second attack wave. Armored units will be ready to strike in the next one.
I think I want to give this until I can start making the fences to give you a feel for how that works, and then I'll go into one or two more games.
Air support experiencing heavy losses.
Oh.
Jet fight is in the zone, attacking the aliens.
Humvee team engaging hostile.
Gunships attacking the alien. Detecting heavier enemy units, we have to block the direct attack path with a laser fence.
Here we go.
Connect defense towers to laser fences to make
And see how it redirects the path here. And when it does that, it means that you can strategically place your towers where you know their path is going to have to go. Like, another thing is, if I do, oops, if I do that, and then I can make a fence between those two, and now it forces the path to go all the way around here. And let's see. If I want, I can. Actually, that means everything's going to go through this area, so let's do it right there. And heck, let's see if I can get another one right next to it. All right, that should be good to go. And now we can see how the fences
begun to
work.
expand their base and are raising new structures. Armored units are on site and ready to spearhead the next attack.
And the cool thing is you can pick up those structures and place them elsewhere at no cost if you place one in the wrong place. So see, now they're taking a completely different path. I've rerouted them into where my gun turrets are. So see, this is combining the two-stick shooter and the tower defense elements, but even beyond that, it's doing some really creative stuff with both.
Jet fighters in the zone, attacking the aliens. Gunships attacking the alien.
Humvee team engaging hostile.
I'm not really playing super strategically here. I'm just going around, just having fun. Ugh, heaven forbid I have fun playing the video game, but... So again, this is X-Morph Defense. Pretty much all the games I'm playing here are fairly inexpensive. I want to say this one's maybe $15 or $20. I might be incorrect. I'll have to look it up. But and really inventive take on both the genres it's representing here. So, okay, I think that's enough of this one. And I have a few more games here I haven't played. No. Let's do Farm Together. Farm Together, like... There are tons of farming games on Nintendo Switch, and nothing really seems like it's going to compete with Stardew Valley. But this one doesn't really try to. It's more of a casual farming game. Actually, hold on a second. I'm going to AFK for a quick moment. I'll be right back. Oh, so sorry about that. Okay, so back to the game here. Like I said, this is Farm Together. Let's see if I can just start with a new profile. Create a farm. Default terrain is fine. Mossy Ranch, sure, let's go with that. Really nice music in this game. The character designs in this game are a little freakish, but aside from that, I think the graphics are pretty good. The terrain tends to pop in, and they even have a little animation for it to try and distract from that fact. But beyond that, I mean, pretty good stuff. So, walk around and explore the farm a bit, it says. Okay. ZR to run. Change the camera distance. So I can water tiles. Oh, but it wants me to plow some land. I guess I should go over here? No. Go to an empty tile and plow some land. Oh, it wants me to go, like, here. I don't need to switch to different tools or anything. It just automatically brings it up. Like Like, I like the detail in the ground, too. It's kind of cartoony, but I don't really have a problem with that. Okay, now it wants me to go and buy some lettuce. Sure. Now I need to plant 5 lettuce. Okay. You can water crops to speed up the process. So this game has a real-time clock, but it's not a real-time clock that proceeds at the same speed as your everyday clock. So it doesn't work quite like Animal Crossing in that, like, if it's nighttime in real life, it's nighttime in the game. But if you turn off the game for a while and come back to it, time will have passed. It just won't pass at the same rate. Okay. Go to the well. And what am I doing now? And press... Oh, it wants me to move it. So let's say I move it here. And it doesn't charge you for moving or anything. You can move stuff wherever you want, however you want. Super easy. And now it wants me to harvest some crops. And you're pretty much just seeing all the gameplay here. It's just about planting crops, watering crops, harvesting crops, moving stuff around. But this is very relaxing and satisfying. And you don't feel that pressure of a time limit or anything like that. If you're looking for a more casual, like even more casual than Stardew Valley, which is already pretty casual, I feel like Farm Together is a really great casual take on the genre. And as you proceed, you'll begin to upgrade your stuff. You will get a tractor that will allow you to take care of multiple plots of land at the same time rather than just one. You will get vegetable stands and stuff where you can get a greater profit for selling your vegetables. And as you get more profits, you will begin to unlock the surrounding lands. Like this area over here, I could buy that plot of land and then my farming area grows bigger. You also get buildings that you can put down and all of that. But it really mostly just comes down to the simple gameplay of planting crops, watering crops, and then harvesting them to get resources and then spending those to get more stuff. And it's just really nice and relaxing. I don't feel like there's much more I need to say than that. It's just fun in a relaxing way. So I got 15 minutes left. I'm trying to get through these as quickly as I can. So forgive me if I don't spend too much time on any one. I have 3 more games that I kind of want to get to. Let's do... I did an action-heavy one not too long ago, so let's do Agalos, actually. Agalos is a Metroidvania, but it's a Metroidvania in the style of games like... Actually, it reminds me a lot of Castlevania 2, except it doesn't have the flaws of Castlevania 2 where it's impossible to understand it because of the poor localization. It has a really great retro style, like pixel art style to it as well. And the music reminds me a lot of, like, Zelda 2. Like, I feel like this is kind of like a combination of Castlevania 2, Zelda 2, and maybe some of the Capcom NES platformers. I feel like the visual style reminds me a little of those. Does that bring me? Well, you're just a meanie. I found an herb. Save me, please.
Give me the girl. I have nothing against ye. You're refusing? In that case, prepare to die!
I'm fine, thank you so much. I am Princess Lise of Lumen. Velion kidnapped me some time ago. I managed to escape, but the kingdom is in danger. We must seek out the king. What? I have to take shelter in your house? Ah, very well. If you think it's too dangerous for me, you will meet the king and send me an escort. But you should know that the castle is not accessible through the main entrance. You have to go through a secret passage. There is a cave in the forest to the west of the castle. The passage is there. We must hurry. And by we, I mean you. Be careful! Yeah, that's right, because screw you bears. I have the right to bear arms, so I'll take your bear arms. Oh, that's right. But I can't go that way. I need to go to the forest. Like I said, if you played Castlevania 2 at all, the level design here feels very reminiscent of that. Oh, and the spiders crawling down from the trees. That is such a Castlevania 2 thing. And I know there are a lot of people who have it in for Castlevania 2. I actually kind of liked it. I see that it's flawed, but I still liked it. And towns just like Castlevania 2 or Zelda 2. Complete with secrets that can be found, but I'm not going to mess with it now. Monkey! Did he just steal my stuff? He did! Oh! Stupid monkey. I bet I need to talk to that other monkey to learn the monkey language or something like that. Hello, monkey. He stole my money too, little jerk. Monkeys are not bad, but they can't stop themselves from stealing, even things that are useless to them. Yeah, they're still jerks. Gems. Oh, and I have my gems hidden behind the thing. Yeah, I got 80 gems. Okay, let's try the other path. Oh, yeah, that's much better. Oh wait, the princess did say it was in a cave. Maybe I am going the right way. Oh. I'm like, I see a treasure chest. I want the treasure, man. Maybe it's good. Yeah, it's a heart. That's pretty good. Okay, I can't attack down. What if I go down here? Okay, I can go down here. Door is locked. Well, boo. Hopefully this is the right way, because... Oh, no, that just brings me back to where I was, I think. Oh no, this is different after all. Oh, that's an enemy, or an obstacle. Okay, but you get the idea. It's very Metroidvania-y, but in a very classic 8-bit Nintendo Entertainment System kind of way. But the game design is much better than those games because you don't have to deal with the jank that those games had. Okay, so I'm running out of time here. Trying to get through stuff. If I only had time for one of these. Oh, but I love them both. You know what? Let's do Red Sting's Club now, and maybe I'll save Neurovoider for when I have a second player, and we can do like a two-player thing. I never see anyone talking about this game, and it's shocking to me because it's so good. Ah, parlez-vous français? No, non! Ah, Devolver, they put out good stuff. Ah. I wonder when it was my fate was sealed. Never expected my death to be so epic. Can't complain, I guess. Hey, Donovan, are you listening? Good music in this game, too. Hey, Donovan, are you listening? You don't need to stop every 3 sentences to ask if I'm listening. Of course I'm listening. I'm a bartender. So that girl from Proxima, Vega, turns out she was just using me to smoke out the mole in the city police. Did you sleep with her? Nope, she's not into guys. Anyway, I almost got arrested, but I managed to hack my way out of the bot patrol car. One day you're going to end up dead or worse if you keep doing business with those Proxima scoundrels. We live in a city ruled by corporations. If I didn't associate with scoundrels, I'd be out of work in no time. So, basically, today sucked. Why don't you hit me up with something? Alright, what do you feel like? Bourbon, vodka, tequila? Surprise me. Okay, let me see what we've got here. Alright, let's prepare a drink for Brandeis. What should we aim for? Do you see any interesting soul nodes, Newman? Newman? Oh, last muse must have expired already. Let's see if I can't channel a new one. Ahem. Harvester of sensations, I beg of you, bestow upon me your graces. Weave the red strings and guide my hand to tune into buried emotion. And that should do it. Now, if you can hear me, try to pick up a bottle and move it around. A to grab it. A again to drop it. Nice, feeling it already. Now, try to visualize our customer's soul. There you go. Now focus. At the Red Strings Club, we don't just serve alcohol. We use spirits to tune into our customers' emotions. It's about matching their vibes and allowing them to savor, mourn, or contemplate their soul's fundamental sentiments. Deep, man, deep. Try to read into Brande's soul. These are the buried states he's carrying right now, the soul nodes. Move the cursor over them to read a brief description. Anxiety, pride, regret. Now let's bring out one of those dormant emotions. Whatever you pour into this glass will be reflected by the soul disc. Each spirit has a different effect. Up, down, left, right. Make the soul disc match with the soul node. That's how you make a drink worthy of the Red Strings Club. Feel free to experiment until you get the hang of it. If you ever get lost, you can check your ingredients in the notebook. So it's pretty simple. Look at the bottles, and you see each one of them basically has an arrow on it telling you which direction it moves it. So let's say I want to get it here. I need to move it to the lower right. So we got, I think this is tequila here. Doesn't matter if we spill some. And you see the red circle moving as we pour. Bit too much, but that's fine. And we want down. I don't know what this is. Maybe vodka? Nail a drink by adding the right amount to ice to it. Ice reduces the size of the soul disc. Ooh, I need to go a little bit to the left. And I have a little bit of room left, so... Maybe I need to pour out a bit. Oop, poured out too much. That's fine. Like I said, it doesn't penalize you for spilling. It just means you have to go again. Perfect. Okay, and now let's serve it. What took you so long? Doing the muse casting thing again? Huh, yeah. I lost my mojo and I wanted to make a drink worthy of your refined palate. Harvester of sensations, I beg of you, bestow upon my friend some drunkenness. Laugh after you drink it. You know I always hit the spot. I know, I know. Let's see which spot you're hitting tonight. So Donovan. You know, I'm sorry that I keep working with Proxima after learning what they did to you. And I know they may be a little extreme and a little too volatile, but you gotta understand. They're good for the city. There aren't many other hacktivist groups that can play on a level field with the Corps and the government. We've been over this. Work is work, but don't ever think that I'll be alright with them. If the very savior of mankind broke your knees and poisoned you with an implant-rejecting virus, how hard would you find it to sympathize with them? Yeah, I know. I'm still sorry, though. What the hell? Bar's closed, miss. That's not a drunk person, Brandeis. It's an android. Oh, I thought it was some implant fangirl. Get her up and let's see what we got here, would you? Right away, sir. Hello? Who are you? 184. 184? Ringing any bells, Donnie? It's in pretty bad shape, but I believe this is an Akara android from Supercontinent Limited. They still haven't seen the light of day, according to what I've heard. They've only been put to use internally at Supercontinent. What the hell is it doing here? Beats me. Rumors say this is the first android capable of making ethical decisions, examining every single factor in play in the life of any subject. Minding emotional status, social impact, economic repercussions, legal risks. How come you're so knowledgeable about this topic? And how come you've never told me about this? That's what we information brokers do, amigo. Share the trivial, sell the relevant. But we're supposed to be a team! Exactly, and I got your back. Knowing too much can compromise your safety in the field. What if someone tries to torture the info out of you? Well, they'll just kill me since I won't have any leverage. Human improvement compromised. Okay, that was creepy enough. I'm going in. Whoa, hold a sec. You're going to connect your neural drive to this fireworks factory? Yeah, don't worry about it. I won't go very deep, just want to check the memory banks. You want to know how this Akara got here, don't you? Okay, but don't be reckless. It's okay. Really good animation in this game, just the subtle stuff everywhere. Oh, and you can pay me later for the info I get. Pay you? But we're a team. It's for your own good, sweet cheeks. Hello, world. Nice reference, by the way. Greetings, Akara 184. Welcome to the job. Supercontinent Limited Clinic Division H Corps expects you to be an excellent human upgrade crafter. Please familiarize yourself with your work zone until you're comfortable. Okay, this next part is going to take too long to really get into, but suffice it to say, really good story in this game, really good chill vibe to it, good, really good ethical dilemmas too, and the whole using your bartending to try and get people to spill the right info by tapping into their emotions is just brilliant. Like I said, more people really need to be talking about this game. So, some of these games I didn't get to quite the same, like I didn't really give a good demonstration of them tonight like I wanted to, so sorry about that. Like I said, at some later time, I'm going to have to come back to Sky Children of the Light and Batu Tabatu when I can demonstrate them more properly. And as for Neurovoider here, I'll have to save that for a future stream, but trust me, that's another one that you guys gotta see. It's really, really good. As for the rest here, like I said, Pure Pool, excellent pool game. Grease, good emotional experience. Dandy Dungeon, very silly, funny puzzle game. Unsighted, amazing combination of like Zelda and Hollow Knight and so many different good things. Wonderling, a good like auto runner platformer type thing. X-Morph, defense, really good combination of a 2-stick shooter and a tower defense. Farm Together, very chill, relaxed farming game. Agalos, another great Metroidvania. And Red Strings Club got a good graphic adventure with some really unique gameplay elements like the bartending thing. Anyway, wow, I kind of shotgun through all of that. So much stuff to go through. And I really only touched on each and every one of those, but hopefully for most of those, I gave a good impression of what to expect from them. As always, if you watch one of these streams after the fact, and if you have any questions for me regarding it, please feel free to ask. Open to answering whatever questions. Ask in a future stream, and I'll respond in real time. With that, I think I'm going to end it for the night. I'm just past 9 p.m., so I put in my time, and now I'm going to call it a night. You have a good night, everyone. I will see you next week, Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as per usual. I will have a new game, or games. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but we'll see what I review and what I play, and we'll take it from there. All right, you have a good night. Thanks again, everyone. Bye.